Are you a financial advisor looking for ways to grow your book of business? Well, you're in the right place because today we're going to talk about how you grow your business as a financial advisor. By the time we're done today, you're going to discover what most FAs get wrong about growing their book of business. You'll get to uncover the resources you probably already have at your disposal to kickstart your new growth. Lastly, you're going to gain some sneaky tactics for distinguishing yourself from other advisors. You're probably aware of all the technology that's out right now that would seem to be a threat to you. Oftentimes I have financial advisors asking me, are they going to be replaced by AI? Are they going to be replaced by these apps? Are younger people just wanting to connect with the technology? Well, here's something interesting that you probably don't really realize. We oftentimes in business innovate to keep up with our competitors, not necessarily service our customers better. In your case, innovation sometimes involves just doing the opposite of what everyone else is doing. So if you're seeing a rush to automation, one of the things that you can do is be more human, because one of the things that sets you apart from the technology is your ability to give empathy and to tell stories. And not only that, but also to relate to your clients. A couple weeks ago, I did a study for one of the groups that I was keynoting for. I did the study because it was a group of FAs that were asking me about what they needed to innovate in their businesses. What technology did they need to add? Did they need to know how to invest in NFTs? Did they need to have a better understanding of blockchain? And so they gave me all these things that they were worried that they needed to know. And when I started to look and see if I could find some type of study or data on what the future of their market was looking for, what their future clients were needing, there was no data. So what we did was we commissioned our own study, and we found their ideal target market, 25 to 40 years old, making over $200,000 a year. These were people that either invested in FAs or planned to invest in a financial advisor or use some type of e-trade platform. So no matter what, these were people that were interested in saving and investing. While there was a lot of really fascinating information revealed in the study, one of the things that I found quite fascinating was even though over 60% of the people used some type of e-trading platform, most of them also used financial advisors as well. So they wanted the ability to do some of their own trades, but they needed a trusted advisor to hold their hands. When I asked why in an open-ended question, what sets FAs apart from the technology or the apps or the other things that can give them the information that they want, I even asked them regarding generative AI as it moves into the field. Overwhelmingly, people said things like they wanted an FA because they needed someone that would have human contact, that had empathy, that they could ask questions and felt like they knew where they were coming from. So in your case, being innovative is being more human. It's not a rush to automation. The thing that sets you apart, the thing that's your competitive advantage is your humanity. Lean into that. The next thing you want to do is if you're looking to grow your business is start with your network. We know that the number one way that FAs get new clients is through referrals. Now, this might sound kind of silly, but think about your own personal network. Do they really know what you do? And when I say know what you do, I don't mean your title. Do they know how you help people? Does your community, does your faith-based institution or where you spend time in terms of a charity, you can do things like hosting vision board parties and let people envision what they want for the future and then talk about how important investing is to accomplishing those goals. You can host webinars where you have whole families together to talk about the family's plan for the future. So put together activities for your community, for your clients' families, for your own family, so they have a better understanding of how you plug into their future vision to help them accomplish their goals. Make sure that you use technology to help you reduce friction. So earlier I talked about leaning into your humanity and not just automating everything, but there's some things that are better when they're automated. For instance, I'll give you an example. The National Association of Realtors does an annual study every year about age, generations, and buying trends. And one of the things they found that was interesting is the youngest generation of home buyers are more likely than any other generation to have found their homes themselves online. Now, you might think that's a problem, and I'm sure some realtors that don't really know the whole picture would think, oh my gosh, that's horrible, they're finding their own homes. However, they're also statistically more likely than any older generation to use a realtor to help them purchase that home. So the next generation of your clients, they want to be able to access information themselves. They want to be educated clients. So it's not enough for you to kind of dictate or tell them what they need to know. They want technology to make it easy for them to find information and partner with you on creating the best strategies. They want technology to make appointment setting easier. They don't want to have to call you on the phone and get your assistant and try to go back and forth on the calendar. They want to be able to click a button and schedule that appointment. So whenever you see friction points in your business, if you're trying to grow it, make it easy for people to contact you. In addition to reducing friction, make sure that you're properly using the technology you're already plugged into in a way that doesn't create friction. So for instance, if you're on social networks, if you're on Facebook, if someone clicks on your personal profile and you use that to grow your business, if you're friends with your clients on Facebook, make sure that your phone number for your business, for your office, is located under your contact information. Same thing with LinkedIn. Make sure that that information is listed there so they can immediately call you or visit your website or get that information. Facebook automatically gives like a Facebook email address. You don't want to use that. You don't want the messages coming into your messenger. You want it coming into your business email. So make sure that you're checking your contact information. Lastly, I want you to use technology to wow clients. So this isn't about automation. This is about using the technology that's already out there to make even deeper connections. So for instance, do you have a drawer of business cards of people that you were supposed to follow up with, but you actually forgot to? Using some of the technologies that I'm going to share with you right now might help you get reconnected. One of my favorite tools to use is called Send Out Cards. I use that and another one called TouchNote. What they do is they allow you to send customized cards to your clients, prospects, referral partners. So let's say that you met them at a meeting and maybe you took a selfie together. I'm a millennial, so selfies is something that's pretty native to me. Well, instead of sending them a regular thank you card or nice to meet you card, something generic, you can get on the app for Send Out Cards or TouchNote or get on your computer to do it. Post that picture on the front of the card with a note saying it was great meeting you and put a message inside. It'll take you about a minute, maybe two to do it. And then the company itself will print out that nice quality card and mail it off to the person. You even have the ability, if it's appropriate, to send little gifts with Send Out Cards, not TouchNote. They both do the cards, but Send Out Cards will also allow you to send like little brownies or little trinkets, things like that. So if you think about it, first off, how often do you get handwritten notes in the mail or just really thoughtful notes? Not very often. Technically, it's not handwritten, but I guarantee you it's going to make a bigger impact on them than handwritten because you're going to have a customized front on that. Now, if you don't have a picture of you all together, maybe they mentioned something that they're interested in and you saw it on a billboard, or maybe you just go on their LinkedIn profile and take their profile picture, smack dab it on the front of that picture and say, thank you, or it was great meeting you. Send out some type of custom card. Now, I know as a financial advisor, you're probably used to a certain amount of branding where your logo goes on everything. And one of the things I have to present to you is that people know they like themselves typically. You're the one they're in question about, So if we're trying to sell to someone or have a business relationship, they know they like them. They may or may not like us. And so putting people on their own cards, customizing to reflect people back at themselves is much more effective than putting our logo on everything. It's going to take them by surprise. They might hang that card. They're going to tell other people about it. It's going to spread the word. I think one funny example of this is I worked with a grocery company in Texas, and I went to their office because I had done a keynote for them. They said, come by our office to pick up your video, that video at the presentation. On the day that I was supposed to come by, I went by the office. She went to play the video for me. It was on a disc. She played it for me before she handed it to me. But when she started to play it, something funny happened. I don't know for those of you that are Mac users, if you remember back in the day, if there was an issue with the video, a little orange cone would pop up. And so that's what happened. A cone popped up and I looked at it and I said, wow, I looked mighty orange that day. And we both started giggling. And I said, no worries, just throw it in the mail once you get it done. I'll see it then. And so that's what she did. About a week later, I got the video in the mail. So what I did as a thank you is I got on Send Out Cards. I found a picture of an orange cone. I cut that out. I found a picture of myself. Sometimes I wear an afro puff. I'm known for that. I cut that out. I put the puff on the cone, put it on the front of the card, sent it to that client, and on the front it said, Cone Crystal thanks you for the video. Not only was she so tickled and surprised because she didn't expect to get that, she showed that to their director of marketing and they started pulling me in for additional programming because the director of marketing was so impressed. I say that to say reflect people back at themselves. Send Out Card and TouchNote are two really great tools for that. In addition, video is another way to build relationships with people. BombBomb is a video service that I use that allows me to instantaneously, as I'm opening up an email, getting ready to send it to a client, I can click a little button to record a video. It records it, I stop. Now, if you know anything about this technology, you know that you can't embed a video inside of an email, but it turns it into a GIF, which is a moving image. So what happens is when you're done with the video's uploaded to a website, and then it takes a piece of the video and it might say, watch this 1-minute video, and it's showing a couple little clips from the video. You look like this. They click it, it takes them through to the website. So I love to send clients messages that way where answers are not always typed out. Sometimes I'm just speaking to them, saying hi, checking in with you. But again, it's building that rapport. And then one of the last resources I want to give you is resources dealing with creating video, but having other people do it. 2 great resources for that are Cameo as well as Fiverr. Cameo allows you to hire celebrities, social media influencers, sports and entertainment stars, and have them create little videos addressing someone. So you imagine that you have a client that loves, I don't know, iced tea. He's on there. I don't know why you'd send your client a video with iced tea. Maybe they have a thing for Detective Tutuola. I don't know. But my point is you can have that person send them a birthday video or something along those lines. It'll make a difference. It's something that'll grab their attention. And then Fiverr is a source where you can hire contractors all over the world to do tasks starting at $5. Now, I guarantee you, let's say that you have a client that loves Disney. There is somebody on Fiverr that has Disney puppets that will do a little happy birthday video for you in the voices using the puppets that you can send to your client then, where they're saying her name and everything. Now, is it legal? I don't know, but it's $5. There you go. So those are some great resources for wowing your client. So as you're building the book of business, make sure you're doing things to reinforce the relationship and reflect the client back at themselves. If you're trying to follow up with those cards of the people that you lost touch with, use one of these resources. Maybe even use a little humor if it makes sense to send them a card or send them a little video saying, hey, we fell out of touch. Maybe you send them that BombBomb, right? And so make sure that you're doing things that show that you see the client. Speaking of growing your book of business, I have a free gift for you that's going to help you with just that. It's my Future Ready Playbook. It's chock full of activities and worksheets that will help you be prepared for the future and start thinking in strategic ways about what technology and strategies you need to put in place to continuously grow your business as a financial advisor. To get your copy right now, go under the description and click the link.